Hey guys, how are you doing? Today I'm on my way to a big grocery store because I want to prep up my food supplies that I have at home. And actually I do not have so much food at home anymore, and we are pretty much down to only 1 month of food in our basement. So now I decided to go for a little bit of food to stock up our prepper's pantry. And honestly, I gotta say that I'm not the biggest prepper, so I don't have a 1 year's or 2 years supply of food at home, but I want to have at least, like, you know, a 3 month supply of food, which is pretty good for a normal citizen, I believe. And honestly, right now there are so many things going on in the world, and I have a bad feeling about this. So yeah, I don't like that it's getting so hot in many parts of the world, and here in Austria we have a big drought. And if you look at the grass here, it's completely dried out and brown. So usually our grass stays green during the summer, but now with the drought it has gotten brown, like in Croatia. And also the leaves, if you take a look at the trees, you see that the leaves are hanging down sometimes. So it's really bad. Oh my god, there's a smoke over there. What is this? Look at that. Something's burning. Do you see the smoke here? Oh my god! I think it's a forest fire. I did not see that in the news so far. What the hell? So we have forest fires in Austria, but they are very seldom because usually we have regular rain even in summertime. This is huge. Oh my god! So recently I've read in the newspaper that in Canada they had almost 50 degrees Celsius, which is insane. And this one town, Leighton, you know, it burned down because of a forest fire. And I could not believe it, that it's getting so hot in Canada. I could not believe it. And now it's getting hot in Austria too. So I'm really concerned about this. I think there will be a huge food supply disruption in the next years, because it will be simply impossible to have a field with crops without water irrigation. Okay, so now I'm going to this store. This is called Metro. It's a huge grocery store. You get other stuff too, and usually you get bigger items, bigger bulk items, so it's cheaper. My screen. Ach, ja, ich war schon. Okay, I make sure that I complete my shopping before the fire comes to this place. That would be awesome. I don't want to get caught up in a forest fire. And I'm going to park my car right in the middle of the parking lot. Okay, here there's a harvester. Okay, so right now the farmers are harvesting the fields, and I hope that they get a lot of harvest, because it was so hot already in June. So how hot is going to be July and August? Okay, now let's get inside of the store. stuff that I got today, and now I want to put it into my car. Basically, I just bought napkins, toilet paper, kitchen towels, but not too much, of course, because you want to leave, you know, supplies for other people. So don't be an asshole and buy all of the toilet paper. But today, you know, we had enough of toilet paper supplies in the store, so it's no problem if you take one package more. And yeah, then I also got some beans. Oops. Okay, then here I bought some cleaning supplies for the household and trash bags. This is just normal stuff that you need on a regular basis. I think it's pretty clear to have trash bags at home. And then also I wanted to have something to make a fire. More stuff for the kitchen. These are just freezing bags. Some sponges for cleaning. Pizza dough. More trash bags. Burger buns. Yeah, and I also got some nuts, almonds, hazelnuts. I got 10 kilograms of rice, and I got all sorts of pickles. So here we have potatoes, we have sauerkraut, we have peaches, pickles, coconut milk, pepper, carrot salad, blueberry jam. Okay, so I threw everything into my car, and here we have the invoice. 315 euros. Okay, I'm back in the car, and gladly there's no fire anymore, so no smoke. And I talked to some guys inside of the store, and apparently it was really a small forest fire, but I think they got a hold of it, so I really hope that they have extinguished the fire. So now I'm going to drive home and throw all of my supplies into my basement. And today is another hot day here in Austria. And here in Austria we have a lot of fields. So we are in the agricultural zone where you can grow wheat and corn in the lowlands of Austria. And right now our fields are not water irrigated. So we don't have these round circular devices that you guys have in the US. Here we don't have that, and so we rely on regular rainfall, which we had in the recent years, but now it's going to get different. So now we have mega droughts every year, almost every year. It's getting hotter and hotter. Yeah, so I believe there's something coming, and I'm 100% sure that food will get more expensive and more scarce, which will increase the price even more. And yeah, I just feel more comfortable if I have food at home. And I can only urge everybody who is watching this video that you start preparing and get some food. Maybe get food for a month. That would be great already, and it's even better if you have like 2 or 3 months of food supply at home, because if everybody has so much food, then you don't have to panic buying. So with logical and strategical preparation of food supplies, you can, you know, avoid panic and avoid panic buying. So that's what I'm doing. Also, I have a huge vegetables garden, and I want to show you that when we are coming home. But first I have to get my preps inside of the house. Alright my friends, so now I'm back at home. This is my basement, or one part of it. And this is the stuff that I bought besides the toilet paper. And some time ago I had toilet paper stored in here, but then I ran out of space. So now I'm storing the toilet paper somewhere else. And before I take the supplies and put them into the shelves, I first want to show you what I already have. So here I have some drinks, but that's not a lot actually. We have some wine, but we are not really big drinkers or something. So then we have ketchup, we have some kind of curry sauce, we have a lot of children's food and a lot of honey in the backside in here. And that's the reason why I'm not buying honey anymore, because we have so much. Then this is a box full with salt, so this is good for the next 2 years maybe. Then here we have some supplies for making pickles, and this year we are going to produce our own tomato sauce again. And in here I have some rice, which is really nice, and also other stuff, tortellini, cornflakes, and gluten-free flour, and also I have some gluten-free couscous. So this is basically the cereal and rice box. And then here we have the kitchen supplies, but that's not enough. So today I want to make a new compartment here. These are the napkins. And down here we have more flour and spaghetti noodles. All of them are gluten-free, of course, because I cannot eat gluten. Here we have some sugar. This red part is the sugar, and we still have plenty. So we are not eating a lot of sugar, and that's why I haven't bought any more. Then here we have the pickle section. So we have everything from peaches to apple, chili con carne, more pickles, cucumbers, goulash, then Preiselbeere. What's this in English again? I forgot the name. Peas, lentils, more fish. Although this one is really old, so we do not buy fish from the sea anymore. And we just don't want to support the fishing industry anymore. Yeah, here we have aiba, we have corn, pickled corn. Then we have some coffee, sauerkraut, and more kraut, and spices, paprika salad, pepper salad, and carrot salad. Some oils. Okay, so we are low in oils and vinegar, so I have to get more here. And then here we have more empty jars for pickling, and this is 10 kilograms of rice. I also went to the pharmacy and bought some teas if you get sick, and also vitamins here, and other stuff that you need for daily use. And now I want to take all of this stuff and put it into the shelves, and I make sure that I put the stuff first in, first out. And what I also purchased is containers like these. I have a couple of these now at home, so in case of a water shortage we can fill these containers up, and then we have some water. And initially I bought them for the camper van that I'm building, but I have them in my house now, and they can come in really handy. So make sure that you have water containers. Yeah, and because of impending water shortages, I'm also planning to install a rainwater catchment system, and I hope that I can get it done in the next month. Anyway, so now I have to put in my supplies. This here is not organic rice, so usually we eat organic rice, but this non-organic rice is much cheaper, and that's why I bought it for prepping. So I just want to have like 20 kilograms of rice as a backup. And if we end up not eating this rice, I can always feed this rice to the chicken of my neighbor and trade the rice for some eggs, so I can use it as some barter items. And of course, if something major is going to happen, I don't care about eating organic anymore, and then I will turn to eating non-organic food. Okay, this is the new set, this is the old one, so I put this one behind the old one. And now I know that I have to use this one first. And I found this really awesome coconut milk, which is fair trade and organic. Alright, and the same goes for the potatoes here. So I bought this can, which has 2.5 kilograms. And this is for an emergency. So usually we eat organic potatoes, but these ones are not. So if we don't end up eating these, we will feed them to the chicken of the neighbor and maybe get some eggs in return, or use this to trade for some other goods. Yeah, then we have our beans. They hold for a really long time. And then last time I also bought some sauerkraut here, and I'm going to open this up when I have guests. The next time I'm going to cook some Schweinsbraten with sauerkraut. It's an Austrian dish, and then I can use this can here and make a rocket stove out of it. Okay, and the most important, thing about building up a prepper's pantry is that you don't buy everything at once. So it's better if you make a prepping haul like I did today, like every month or so. Because if you buy food for a year at once, then it will also get bad in a year from now. And it's better if you buy a little bit now and a little bit more next month, and then in 2 months you buy more rice again and more beans, and this way your storage will not go off all at once, and that's really important. So make sure that you don't buy everything at the same time. And also, if you can, make sure that you go and buy stuff when there's a special sale, like you can get free products for the price of 2, and if you do it like this you can actually save a lot of money. Okay, so this is my vegetables garden. At the left side we have some strawberries, but the season was really short this year because first it was too cold, then it was too hot. Then at the right side we have some blueberry shrubs, and we have more here in this raised bed. Okay, and then here we have tomatoes. The 2 raised beds here are fully planted with tomatoes. This year we have 24 plants. We haven't gotten any red tomatoes yet because it's still too early. And the plan is that the tomatoes will grow up onto the string, and then I want to make some sort of tunnel so that the tomato branches are hanging over the top. And at the back side here we have some raspberries, and they are in production right now. So here we have a golden raspberry, which is really delicious, tastes really good. And then we have the red raspberries as well. Then this is one small part of my garlic and onion harvest. So that's pretty cool. But I'm not going to grow onions anymore because they're much cheaper in the store. And here in this small vegetables garden I don't have so much space. So in future I probably will not grow onions anymore. I rather grow, more tomatoes or other stuff. Here we have some lettuce, different kinds of carrots, kale, cabbage back there, and this is some chamomile for tea. This is the raised bed where I had the onions and the garlic. These are my peppers at the left side. Here I have some leek, some radishes, 1 kale, and 4 different kinds of tomatoes. And I think in 1 week from now they will be becoming red. So I'm really waiting for that. So this is my vegetables garden, and this year I have 24 tomato plants, and I expect that we will harvest like 300 kilograms of tomatoes this year. And then we are going to make tomato sauce. We are going to pickle it, and it will be good for 2 years. And this is why I don't buy tomato sauce in the store anymore, because it's not as good as homemade tomato sauce, of course. and we eat a lot of tomatoes, so it's really awesome that I can save some money with growing my own food. Alright, so this is my stocked up Prepper's pantry, and I think we will do alright for 2 months with these supplies, and in a month from now I will get more supplies. And also I'm planning to buy a small wood stove, so in case that something happens with the heating in my house, that I can use a wood stove and make sure that my house doesn't freeze and that the pipes won't explode. So that's my next plan. But for now and for the day, this is it, and I really want to thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned till next time.